is a stunning piece of wood. I would have never thought in a million years that that would have ended up coming out. Don't even see it very well because it's so shiny, the light's reflecting off of it. But I took that bottom. So this is the project. I'm calling it my prehistoric bowl, as you can see from the title. The reason being is because it's old, chunky and rough around the edges, just like me. So, sticky and horrible. So yes, so yeah, nothing else to say really. It's failed. No good. So I'll see you guys next week. Fresh new project, one that works. And take care. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Good evening. Welcome back to the workshop. So welcome back. As we all know, Brian's having issues with his internet, so I offered this morning to not do it. Well, it is a live, but it's just an informal bit of a chat, bit of a Q&A, bit of whatever really. I'm going to be turning some pen blanks, so it's just basically filling the slot, and so you guys got something to watch. So let's bring in the guys. Oh, StreamJack's just tried to reset itself. There they are. They're here anyway.
Hello, good evening, and welcome.
So we've got Brian
Show.
and Terry. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming and joining.
Hello, everybody. Welcome aboard.
They're just going to keep an eye on the chat for us, because obviously I can't keep an eye on the chat while I'm turning. And if there's any questions from anybody, then obviously just chuck your questions in. As always, a QQQ before, or Q before, should I say? If there's any newbies in the chat, if you've got any questions about anything about wood turning, all three of us are more than happy to oblige where we can. So ask the questions away. This is the time to ask the questions. We always say that in our lives, we want to help people like people helped us when we started. And the community is a great community. Everybody's prepared to share their experience, as you would have seen that from Friday night with Martin as our guest. Everybody's prepared to share their experience with you guys, who are the newbies or less experienced, let's say, and to make you, or hopefully
you're starting to sound like Mike Walt. Be careful.
Yeah.
Or trying to help you improve on your game. So I always say practice makes perfect. You know, amount of hours you spend just rounding a piece of wood or coves and beads, that is a tremendous help. So, but like I say, if you've got any questions, ask away. I'm just going to be turning some pen blanks. I've got 13 pen blanks to turn. Obviously we're not going to get more done tonight, but I thought I was going to be in the workshop anyway doing them, so I thought I might as well have a bit of company. So I'm going to start getting kitted out, ready to turn, and I believe Brian, the Irish Scottishman, is going to read out the chat.
Oh, well, he would if he had any internet. But he hasn't, so that's why he's here helping.
You be quiet. It might cope for a little while, but it's not trustworthy enough to do it
If you
completely
disappear,
live.
I'll carry on.
Anyway, it's Ulster Scots. Is what it is.
Ulster,
not Irish
Scots.
Irish. Ulster Scots. Okay. Anyway, on the participants list this evening.
Do you have voice in that?
No, but I'll just open this little doom bar before we start. Perfect.
Doom bar.
Alive.
So first and foremost in the chat we have Anita Ball, along with Barry Chitty, and Brian with a Y is in.
Why?
Brian Elton here.
I don't know why he's in, but he's in. Brian with a Y. Rob from Corporate Woodturning, Dave Oatley, Mr. Doug Miller is in, Douglas Mungham. Again, Douglas, you're always in. Good man.
He's keen. He's keen.
Jared the French Turner, all the way from Cork, is in, Terry.
Wow, just down the road from you.
He is. He was expecting us to go and visit him, and it's 191 kilometres from where we were
Oh,
to
heck.
Cork.
What's that in miles?
Well, they have kilometres now and don't do miles.
Oh, heck.
Where did I get to? Who did I say there? Oh, Jared.
Douglas
We have
Mungham.
Aston from I Want to Make Stuff. Graham Brown. Joe Senior's in the chat. Hi, Joe.
Oh, Joe.
Oh, Joe.
Malcolm Douglas. Oh, did I say Malcolm already? No, that was Douglas Mungham. Hi, Malcolm. Pete from Twisted Trees is in. Great live at lunchtime, Pete. Well, I met. It was excellent. Beautiful bit of wood. Never seen holly that colour before.
I couldn't see your live feed because I was in Specsavers and my eyes tested.
Oh, you'll have to have a look, Terry, because the piece of holly you had
I'm going to watch it
was
tonight.
was
so I'm doing
amazing.
this first.
We have reduced mobility, inclusive bushcraft in.
Welcome.
Okay.
Mixed use in. Who else? Rex B. Roger Kent. Roy the Boy. That's one of your neighbours, Stephen, Roy the Boy.
He is.
Not far from you.
Lives in Mark.
Steve Hale's in. Terry Bartlett is in. Oh no, Terry's in. Terry. Have to be careful now. Todd from Giant Cove Woodworks.
Terry's
Tony
another
Smith.
badge, you know.
Tony Smith.
Brian, Terry's another badge.
Oh, it's Terry the Badge.
Yeah, Terry's another badge.
Terry the Badge Bartlett. Now that has a ring to it, Terry.
Terry the Badge.
Terry the Badge
Terry the
Bartlett.
badge Bartlett.
Sounds like a darts player.
To the hockey.
Chase from Wedge Woodworks, excuse me, is in, and he's very excited this evening because he's received his Maker's T-shirt.
Get
Oh,
on,
nice
well
one.
done, Chase.
Thanks,
Andrew
Wedge.
from Wedge Woodshed is in. And last but not least on the participants list is Colin from Wood Wizardry. You have 55 people currently watching you turn an orange pen.
Thank you.
I
all for
said
coming
Rob
over.
Copperow Woodturning is in. Andrew from AGK Woodworks.
I did say Rob.
Did you Hodgepodge Woodworks? Did you say Robert?
I didn't say Robert from Hodgepodge Woodworks.
Okay, there's several like coming in which are not probably on the participants list.
Oh my goodness, didn't update the list.
Graham Brown's in.
Well, if I've missed anybody, just put your name at the bottom and chat again, and I'll give you a little shout out, guys.
There we go.
And Pete from Twisted said, "Gosh, that orange is that's orange wood is really messy."
Yeah, look at that.
And
Well,
Anita
welcome in,
Ball has a
everybody.
question.
Nice to see you
Steve,
all.
Sorry?
Anita Ball wants to know: did you cast the link yourself?
Yes, I did, Anita. I
Indeed.
cast quite a few blanks. Brian's had a few off of me as well.
The resin blank Steve casts are very nice and easy to turn, I have to say.
Just messy.
In fact, Steve gave me
Just
6
messy.
blanks about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, but he's too
That's
tight
what
to
I'm-
use it.
Have you
Doesn't
turned
it?
them yet?
Not
The
yet,
answer is no.
I'm bucking up the courage to. Mr. G Woodturning is in. No, I can't.
Mr. G. Terry Bartlett says, Terry B, badge 1, Terry B, badge 2.
Yes.
The pair of badges. Jared the French turner says, question, Brian. Are you still under the weather from your trip?
Under the weather? Were you under the weather, were you?
You don't see the name. What name? What are you talking about, Jared? Oh, I was never under the weather from my trip. I was perfectly well the whole time.
It was Terry who worked
My
very
name
well.
is
Dave Odie's
yeah,
in, by the way.
my name is not Glenn.
Dave Odie's in and he wants to know, Brian.
Yes,
Did you
Dave.
buy the SK114?
No, I did
You had
not.
in your hands? No, you did not.
I had it in my hand. I
You
was
were
just trying to
teasing
see
everybody,
what
weren't you?
you know what you
teasing
do.
everybody.
You kind of touch the thing. You think,
Yeah.
did I get a feel for it? No, I didn't. So I just left it there.
Perry Laithwaite is in from Southampton. Hello, Perry.
Hi,
Perry.
Perry. That's a new name, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't seen Perry before.
Let me have a quick look. Go to the channel.
Hope you enjoy the show. Steve's turning pens at the moment, which he's produced the blanks himself.
Dun, dun, dun,
I'll start off with an easy colour. I've got a really cool one I want to do after this one.
Okay.
As you can see,
So what are you using there, Steve, to turn that with?
this is a spindle rough and gouge.
Right.
So I get down to a rough shape with these, and then I will drop down to either a carbide or a small bowl gouge or spindle gouge just to finish it off.
Right.
So when we get new people come into the channel, I always have a quick look at our channel to see have they got any videos and have they got any subscribers and stuff to see can we help promote their channel. But Perry has no videos, but he's obviously been watching on YouTube for a long time because he joined in October 2013.
Cool.
So you're welcome along, Perry, and thanks very much for coming and watching.
Stephanie, the wood dude, is in. Hello, Stephen.
Hello, Stephanie.
Why is Steve turning a carrot, he says?
Stephen wants to know why you're turning a carrot.
Because Nicky forgot to chop them.
Because, yeah, Nicky
the rabbits have
wouldn't
run
chop
out.
them
The rabbits have run out.
He's looking for some shredded carrot for his salad.
That's true, Pete. Twisted Trees says, the truth is, I won't let Brian have an SK114. Would have to find something else to wind him up with if he did.
Yeah, but that'll be all right. We'll soon find something.
It's only a
Susie, the
joke.
Swiss Woodturner is in. Hi,
Hello,
Susie.
Susie.
Hi, Susie. How are you?
I don't forget to ask Steve lots of questions this evening, guys, because he said this was going to be possibly a bit of a Q&A. So if you've got a burning issue, or even not such a burning issue, ask away. We will try and get Steve.
I've got one question for him. Stephen, why is it always that the resin curls up at the end of the blinking pen and you can't get it?
I don't know. It always does.
Just
so you just get a little bit wrapped round and then it just goes mental.
Yeah, just amazing. And it's just that's what drives me crazy. Pete Twisted Tree says he's on 597 subscribers.
Yep.
If there are 3 people
not subscribed
to him, it would be very nice if you could just click his little button.
So in order to save Pete the embarrassment,
you put his link.
There's a link to his channel, guys.
If you would like to go and subscribe, Peter,
nip over there. It's just to check if you've been subscribed. And if you're not, hit the subscribe button. Pete's doing wonderful work with his YouTube channel.
Mick Jews is in. I don't know whether you said that, but Mick says there's a new challenge for you, Steve. Carrot turning.
Carrot turning. Hashtag carrot week.
And Hodgepodge wants to know, did you paint the inside of the blank to hide the brass tube, or does it not need it?
It won't need it. It shouldn't need it because what I do when I cast my blanks, I put a dye in as well as the pigment. So that is down to the thickness that needs to go, but you can't see. You can see there, you can't see the tube for it. So if you just put pigment in it, the first ones I started doing, remember them purple ones, Brian?
Yeah. Once you got them down a little bit, you could see through it then.
Yeah, because I didn't put any dye in them. Once I started putting dye in them, you lose the brass. Obviously on darker colours, sometimes you might just see a little bit of brass on the bottom there. But normally there's enough pigment and dye in them to get away from that issue.
Yeah. So Doug Miller's asking, epoxy or resin?
Yeah, it's epoxy resin.
Yeah. Everybody say hi to Ian Cook. Ian Cook's just joined us. Hello, Ian.
Hi, Ian. How you doing?
Hi, Ian. Welcome along, buddy.
Roy's the boy says Steve.
How did you get on with your colouring the other day, Ian? That's the question I need answered.
Roy says, Steve, those blanks that you made him turned out very good, and the new owner is very impressed.
Oh, good. I was a bit worried because it's hard to get a true red or get a red.
Aston has made a comment, not so much a question. He says, big thank you to Steve for doing 4 days in a row for all our entertainment.
It's a pleasure.
Unfortunately, I can't, everybody, because my internet screwed up, but also I'm suffering severely with a bad back and hip at this moment in time.
So Perry Laithwaite.
All will be well.
Thanks, nothing as yet. Just sold my Axminster AW305 late today, and the record player is being delivered on Friday.
Who's that?
Go.
My last Perry
Perry
Braithwaite.
Braithwaite.
All right.
He said his last pen was from a cutting from a rose bush my late father brought me.
Oh,
Excellent.
nice. Something
Very.
sentimental. That's nice.
Yeah, it
Does
is good.
Perry have a channel?
William Penny's just joined us. Hello, William.
Hi, William.
And Rex B says, Steve, hang on, it's just disappeared off my screen. Steve, why is the spindle gauge curved? Well, it'd be a scraper house, wouldn't it?
I guess say that's a bit of a strange question.
Why is it curved?
And it would look right that way, would it?
But the reason it's curved, Rex, is that as the wood comes over onto the gouge, it hits it at the top and it slices it down through to the middle.
Yeah.
So you cut both sides. So basically,
Yeah.
it slices the wood
Right.
as best it can.
So that's the shape. So as you can see, you can just start to see the pearly look in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a bowl gouge. No, I'm not. I'm going to get a quarter spindle gouge and just run that down there, just to reach.
Actually, Steve, before you do, just a favour.
Yeah, what?
Get your roughing gouge, put it back on, turn it sideways.
What are we on about? What are we on about?
Get your roughing gouge now.
JP's joined us. JP Woodworks.
Right. No, other way.
JP.
Turn it the other way, right? Up against the timber on the bevel, as you were using a bow, as if you were hollowing out a bow, right? Now, just turn it sideways. Turn it sideways. Now, don't twist it. Turn it.
Like
Move
that.
your hand to the right. Yeah. Get the bevel in contact.
Yeah.
Start from the top.
Yeah.
Work down to the end. Just see what you do.
What, down there?
No. Start at the middle and work down to the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure the
that's
bevel's
it.
contacting. Try that.
Just like turning a bead, if you like. Start in the
Spin
middle
him
and
up.
work the end.
Try that.
So which way am I going? That way or that way?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
That
You're
way.
going to the left. Yeah. Get the bevel in contact. Get the cut and start moving slowly. Go. No, more of a cut. More of a cut. Pull it towards you. Pull it towards you. That's it. Keep bit more of a cut. Full speed.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, absolutely super fine finish, mate. A super fine finish. Okay?
He's just asking
Like
you to
glass.
use it like a skew. That's what he was trying to get you to do there.
I'll stick with what I know. for
Susie
this one.
Swiss Turner. Question. To this carrot pen, are you going to make a beans pen and a broccoli pen, a tomato pen? So this can be a whole series.
Stephen Gordon's just joined us as well, and JP. Hello, JP. Hello, Stephen. Hello,
And
Mark.
Mike Castles.
Gentleman Woodturner.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark. Said hello to JP half an hour ago, but never mind. He's
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was talking to
Nick
Stephen.
Castles is in as well. Not paying
Roy
attention
was
at all, Gary.
what kit is that you're using for the pen?
Kit.
What, the pen mandrel?
Yeah.
That's a £35 mandrel off of eBay. I don't know what make it is or whatever else. I just bought it off of eBay because I wanted it rather than going between centres.
So the Tipsy Turner has joined us, as has Richard Phelan.
Okay.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, guys.
So
And Nigel
Andy the
Foster.
Andy, the woodwork learners, joins. You may have said that already, Brian, but he does say he's a bit slow tonight, which is nothing unusual for Andy. But he's had an operation; he's not feeling that great. So
This is true.
I hope it went well, Andy. So
Yeah, all the best, mate.
Yeah,
Nick Cass,
all the best is right.
Nick. Currently,
And Nigel
83.
Foster has asked the terrible question. Question. Did Brian get the SK114?
The answer is he bought 7 of them.
Yeah. And we have
Lewis
83
is
people
in.
watching, Steve.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Did I hear you say JP's in?
Yep.
You did.
Oh, evening, JP. How are you? All right, so I'm just going to quickly rough this over because I'm actually going to take this up to 400 grit and I'm going to wet and dry it. Sand it with a bit of wet and dry.
Wet and dry.
If I can find my 400. Where's that gone? Oh, here it is.
Right,
So I've
wet
gone
and
from
dry.
240.
Oh, really?
I've gone from 240 to 320. This is 400.
Is that Abranet using?
Yes, it is Abranet.
Yes.
So
Peter the Park Woodturner has joined us. Good evening, Peter.
So I'm going to put a board on the bed of my thingy because if not, that'll be ruin the paintwork on my whatchamacallit thingy bob. Just go and grab some water quickly. I'll be back in a second.
No,
JP
Roy
says,
wants to know what the actual pen kit is you're using. Like, is it, you know?
all right, Slimline or
Yeah, whichever. I
some
don't
such.
know pen kits. I only turned one pen in my life. Two, actually. They came as a thing when I bought
Yeah.
my Andrew from Accents.
There are whole lots of them, Terry.
Good evening,
Not too many to
Jennifer.
mention.
Jennifer Crafting Creations is in. Nice to see you.
Hi, Jennifer.
She can't text very much. She's doing the mug order. Oh, Jennifer's making more mugs, people. More mugs, get on to Jennifer.
Right, so the grits I'm using on wet and dry are 600, 600,
Oh, question.
600, I think 1200, 1200, 2000, and then 2000,
So
2800.
So Dave Oatley's asking a question, Steve. He
Yep.
says, I will ask again, as it seems to have been missed. Sorry, I missed it, Dave.
So quick, Dave, that's why.
Is it me, or does that pen mandrel look bent?
Bent? Does it look bent?
If it bent, no, it don't look bent to me.
Span it up?
No, it looks straight to me.
Yeah, not really, no.
To you, Dave.
Don't think so.
To you, Dave.
Don't think so. So why we wet and drying this, Steve, and not just using Yorkshire grit?
Because the last dozen ones I did, when you hold them to, like, you get little real fine scratches in them. You can see like real fine, when you hold them to the light, you can see real fine scratches. So I thought I would do it half a dozen, sanding them, and see if they work out better.
Okay, man. That's fine.
So it's a bit of an experiment, really, more than anything.
So Roy wants to know again what the pen kit is. You know, like what make a pen kit.
Oh, it's a streamline kit I'm doing. This is a streamline
pen
kit.
The little version looks bigger than the normal slimline.
Yeah, the slimline kits. The slimline kits is the same bush as this, but I'm doing a streamline. Where the streamline, let me just grab a kit and I'll show you. The streamline kits, the bushes are slightly
a little thicker.
Yeah, they're slightly chunkier. Not that one.
What was somebody trying to give Pete from Swiftwood Trees a pen mandrel?
what like? I mean, I
away.
don't think that'll work because he gave his away to you too.
Yeah, he mugged me with his. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to send it back to him someday.
I don't
so
think Pete
this is the center. This is the center of a streamline kit. Just gives you that chunkier look on it. As you can see, that's much chunkier than them ones, which just gives you a slightly nicer, chunkier pen. Right, so that's 600 grit. So the next one we're going to go to is 1200. Making sure you soak your wet and dry first, because if not, that'll be stiff, and then mark your paint or whatever you put it onto. So wet it first.
Yeah, that might be a good idea, GP. Just keep that thought in your head, JP. That you've said nothing about a chuck today. So
Andy Woodwork Learner says he goes up to 20,000 grit. Never you get 20,000 grit.
20,000 grit. That's milk.
I was going to say that's way up. And where's the kit from? Says Paul Lockwood. Good evening, Paul.
These come off of eBay.
eBay.
Yeah, there's a guy on eBay. If anybody wants it, message me and I'll send you the link for it. There's a guy, I think 5 streamline kits. He does antique brass black, gunmetal grey, silver gold, and I think there's another one. I can't think of what it is though. And the kits are about £12 for 5 kits.
Right.
225 or something like that. Does that work?
Yeah, they're not mega expensive for what they are.
230 a kit or something.
And then obviously depending on what the blank you're using, whether you're using a.
I think you may stick that in the chat because I might have to buy some of them. I've got loads of blanks and no pen kits left.
Right, so that's 12.
Somebody keeps sending me pen blanks.
Nigel Foster says.
Who keeps sending you pen blanks? Can they send me some?
Nigel Foster says the nice thing about those kits is that they do a matching pencil kit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think they look slightly better than a streamline. I mean, slimline. A slimline are really thin, aren't they, in the middle?
They're thin.
So some
got
people
fat
like a
fingers,
nice,
can't hold it.
some people like a nice chunky pen. But when they sort of bulge out and go back in the middle, they don't look quite right sometimes.
I don't like them. I can't handle a pen. It's got a really skinny waist. I don't like
Yeah.
it.
So with these, you get that little bit. You know, what I mean, that's nearly double the thickness as a streamline, a slimline. Sorry.
My wife used to have a really skinny waist when I first met her.
I think she still does, Terry. To be fair,
Well,
unlike yourself,
That's
you
up
know.
for, that's up for debate. Hey, Arcade, you.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it's not up for
no.
debate, Terry. There's no debate there, Terry. You put on the weight. She's still fine. What are you like?
Right. So
Yeah.
that's up to 2,000 grit.
Douglas Mungham is
Much
asking,
says
do you
it's-
want some pen blanks, Steve?
Say again. Sorry.
Douglas Mungham is asking, do you want some pen blanks? Do you need some pen blanks?
No. I've got hundreds of them.
He's probably going to send you
I don't
some.
need pen blanks. No, I'm trying to get enough pen kits so we can stop making them.
I've got quite a lot in the cupboard. When I do my craft fair, in a couple of weeks, I'm actually going to do some like DIY kits, so they can pick their blank they want, the kit they want, and make their own. I thought that might be a bit of a selling point.
Yeah. Paul Lockwood would like to know what type of refill do they take?
I will show you in a second.
Yep.
You can get the refills. They're exactly the same refill as a slimline. Everything other than the
Alright.
center collar is the same.
Yep. John McDonald's just said they stopped bleeding at least. I think about that. Have I missed something?
Yeah, you cut yourself, didn't you?
Somewhere, somewhere.
Yeah,
Super
Brian
glue
needs
stops
some more
bleeding.
resin blanks. Steve just sent me some more resin blanks. Thanks very much, Steve.
You're welcome.
I got half a dozen you're going to have, Brian. Steve sent
Right,
me.
so there's
What,
the
resin ones?
given to me a
Sitting
year
here
ago.
shaking my head. I'm sitting here shaking my head.
I'll promise I'll turn one.
You're
Well,
right,
you know
you
what
will.
my address is, Terry. If you want to send them to me.
I promise I'll turn
And
one.
the Woody says maybe we should have a hashtag Chunky Pen Week.
Yep, that would be cool.
That's all right, but what about people who ain't got the pen mandrel? They can't turn it.
No,
Can
it's
they?
expensive.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Turning pens can get expensive real quick.
We're trying to do hashtag weeks where you don't have to fork out for extra
Exactly.
equipment
You can just turn with what you've got,
with what you got.
and usually on fairly cheapish timber as well.
Yeah, and limited lathes and all the
Yeah.
rest of it. Yeah.
Small ways.
Right, so I'm just going to use a bit of burnishing cream on this, and we'll see how it comes up.
Machine cream?
We'll see if we get a shine or not.
Roy the boy says, I did a pen for someone with arthritis with a lip at the front so it doesn't slip. Slip
That's
back
good,
into his hand, you mean? Is that what you meant? It kind of butts up against your fingertips when he's pressing
Yeah.
down on it.
That's good.
That's quite a good idea, right?
See, not all of people down this way are stupid.
No, just a few.
Well, I wouldn't go as far as to everybody was, Steve. I mean, I don't know many folk from Norfolk, but
The ones you do know are not far off.
sorry, Steve.
That's all right,
And
mate.
Pete's saying, as is true, you can turn a pen without a mandrel.
You can.
If you call it, you will do one on the Monday.
Oh, right, there you go. Pete's doing a pen next week.
Pete's
without
going to do a
mandrel.
pen on Monday. Well
There you
done,
go.
Peter. I bet it's in wood.
Yeah, it won't be a resin pen for sure. Steve, send him a resin pen for Monday. We'll make him turn the resin
I
pen.
won't be back online,
Anybody
Pete,
else
on
in the
Monday.
chat
I'm
think
sorry.
Pete should do a resin pen on Monday? That's
I
what
might
I
not be
think.
back on my legs on Monday.
Let's have a quick survey. Who in the chat thinks Pete should do a resin pen on Monday?
I've got my hand up already.
You're a troublemaker.
Resin pen on Monday. Just say yes
Right
or no.
away, says Brian, I'll send you a pic. Good man, Roy, thank you. Stick it on my Facebook. Stick it on my Facebook.
Yeah, the center.
Centre bushing definitely has a wobble.
Yeah, that's all right.
Good
You won't notice it when that's on a pen.
You don't-
You're fine, you won't. You're right.
There you
Mark's
go.
actually shouting it there in capitals. Like.
So that's just with a bit of burnishing cream on it.
JP's has made a pen out of hex nuts.
Jim
Very
Matthews
good.
just joined us. Hello, Jim.
Hi, Jim. Welcome along, Willie.
Welcome on board.
Right, so I think I'm just going to.
The earworms are not blind. We might be a bit deaf and a bit senile, but we're not blind.
No.
It's you that had to go to Specsavers, big lad. That's Mark the gentleman Woodturning I was referring to.
I did go to Specsavers today. That's why I missed Pete's live.
I know you did.
I'd have a new pair of glasses. I've been waiting for ages, actually. So
Comes with
I
age,
hobbled
Terry.
in. I hobbled in there and got it. Well, I don't get it yet.
It's one-
2 weeks' time.
It's one of the disadvantages of growing older.
Mm.
Your eyes start to fade.
Trouble is, when I was about 55, 60, I was referred to as an elderly gentleman. Don't know what I
An
am now.
elderly gentleman.
Yeah,
What,
Ben. That's like,
Ah.
well,
20 years ago.
20 odd years ago. Yeah.
And Pete from Bristol Trees had just said hashtag save the turtles. No. Does anybody want to see Pete turning a resin pen? The gentleman Woodturner says, then why are you not reading out people's comments? Because some of them are irrelevant and when they don't all need read out.
No.
Mr. Mark,
John Greenwell says, good evening.
don't come in here and start
How's it
throwing your
going?
weight about, big lad. Who do you think you are? Me?
Yeah. Get back to Kim.
Yeah. Good. Oh, no, he's at home now.
Oh, he's home, is he?
He is.
Evening, Mark.
Norman's in. Hi, Norman.
Good evening, Norman. How are you?
When Paul says we've missed his question. Come on then, Paul. This chat's going so quick here. It's a job to keep up.
There's 92 people watching, by the way, Steve.
Wow. Come to see 3 old fools on a Monday night. Right.
Well, 2 old fools and halfway. I mean, 2 old fools.
No.
Two
no,
old
no,
fools
no,
in
not
North
everybody.
Fork,
Not everybody in Norfolk is halfway.
Right, so that's as far as I'm going to go. It's got a nice sheen on that. I don't know if you can see that. Let me
That
go on
looks
to
freaking brilliant, actually. Nice.
close back cam. I don't know if you can see it better on that cam. Oh, you can't.
Ooh.
It looks. I like the color.
Ooh.
Look at that.
That's a cracker, JP. JP wants to see Pete turning a pen, and JP will supply the pen. And to make it even funnier, he needs to turn it in yellow and black.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, well said, JP.
Why yellow and black? Is there a reason for yellow and black?
I don't know. I think he might have screwed up somewhere.
Oh yes, just so as you know, you guys in the chat, Pete is covering for Mark on Wednesday, and he's just popped a
unable
link
to do
in
it.
there.
So there's the link. So if you want to get Wednesday, 8 o'clock in the evening. Is it 8 o'clock?
Oh, lunchtime.
Lunchtime. 1 o'clock at lunchtime. Pete Twisted Trees is covering because Mark is unable to do his live.
Right, so this is one I try. This is a new trial one. This is got gummy bears in it.
Tell me something, Steve. Just while you're doing that wet and dry nonsense with that sandpaper, I've never done wet sanding at all before ever.
Why? I already said why.
Can you use oil?
Can you use oil? Why would you want to use oil when you're wet and dry water sandpaper?
Yeah, but can you use oil?
Well, I suppose you could if you wanted to. It'd be a bit messy though. It'd be sticky everywhere, wouldn't it?
Okay.
Don't
Pete
know.
Twisted Trees up to 599 subs, guys. Come
Oh,
on, let's
come
get up to the
on.
600. Come on, somebody get over
Right,
that.
Woodworm Paul would like to know what steady rest you would recommend.
Oh, get in there. What steady rest? Well, I use the Robert Sorby one. Oh, is that what's the steady rest? Is that one in the middle or this?
Yeah, the steady rest that goes over the,
Steady
three,
rest
three
goes
or
in the
four
middle.
wheels.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Middle of
I've never used one, so I wouldn't know.
Steve's left's not big enough to need a steady rest.
No, it's not. You're right. I only got a hobby lathe.
And I don't use the steady rest, everybody.
Right, who was
I
asking?
don't use a steady rest.
Who was asking about a
Don't
pen
turn
refill?
it.
Who was asking about refills? Pen refills. Someone was, wasn't it?
That was
I don't remember.
Paul Awkward.
Right, so Paul.
Paul Lockwood, that's it.
This is the refills. You can buy 5 for about £6 off of eBay or Amazon, whatever you want to call them. It's a bit close, that one. Isn't it?
They screw in, don't they? They slot in and then screw.
Yeah, they just screw straight
Nice
into the twist part of your pen. So once that's in your pen, just push that in and just screw it in.
Oh, yeah.
Easy as that. You can get blue, black, red, green, whatever colour you want.
Oh, that's a good design.
Right, so
William Rose Creates just joined us. Hello, William Rose.
Welcome, William. Right, so this is what
Hi,
I
William.
tried. This is what I tried the other night. It's got gummy bears in it, as you can see.
Bears.
But I actually
It's look- it's
done
look-
the barrels black, but as you can see, you can see the super glue on it.
Mhm.
It's gone white. So
Man, the
perhaps
kids were like the gummy bears, weren't they?
yeah. So perhaps I should have used an epoxy glue rather than a super glue.
There you go, Pete. Pete's just made 600 subs, guys.
Oh, well done, Pete.
Peter.
Excellent. Well done, John McDonald. Pete's 600 customer, I think.
Oh, lovely job.
Just move out of the way. Oops.
Pete's put in a recommendation for the steady rest there, Paul.
Chipping out well.
Yeah, JP, no, we still never have we still don't have a reason for the rope around Steve's logo.
No.
I know why, I know how it happened, but we don't know
It's a
why
bit
it happened.
nautical. A bit nautical.
Nautical Norfolk.
Nautical Norfolk. Near the Broads.
Ah, of course, the Norfolk Broads. I never thought of that, Terry. I know. All them sort of
Keep
narrow
up,
boats
Brian.
and stuff.
Keep up.
Oh, what's this? Doug Miller whispering around. Oh, Doug Miller only needs 6 subs. We'll have to have a go at
6 subs for 700. Doug's flying.
we'll have to have a go at Doug. Let me just get the link for Doug's channel.
Roy says, what size is RG is that? Roughing gouge?
3/4,
Inch?
isn't it?
3/4?
Well, it's the one what come with the record power kit. I don't know what size it
Yeah.
is.
3/4 inch.
Yeah, 3/4.
So there's the link to Doug Miller at Woodspun Round, guys. He only needs 6 subs to get to 700. Let's see, can we do that tonight? Let's see. Let's try it. Let's go. I'm already subbed. I can't do it again, unfortunately.
John McDonough wants to know, is this pen going to be sticky? Gummy bears?
Ward Wilson's about to go and
That's funny,
unsubscribe to Pete just to better as he said.
They're actually resin gummy bears. They're gummy bears I turned for a project that I did. Or car, shall I say. So all the gummy bears are all coloured resin.
Chaser Wedwood Works is at 52 subs, and any help would be appreciated.
Greatly appreciated. We'll stick wedges to link there as well. Chases.
Susie,
Name's
the
not
Swiss
Wedge, his
Woodturner,
name's Chase.
wants to know, did the epoxy go inside the gummy bears, or will they be soft?
The gummy bears are not real.
No, they're made with.
Epoxy ones.
It was. You had a mold for gummy bears that you filled with resin, Susie.
Yeah.
So they are actually made of resin.
Rob
And they're
Copperell
hard.
needs 75 for 700. That
Based-
might be a bit of a challenge tonight, Rob.
That's a bit of that's 75. That's a bit of a challenge.
I only need 20 for 600, so, but I'm not worried. Oh, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Jennifer needs 1 for 460. Well,
And my friend Paul Finlay Woodturning at home only needs 2 subs to make it to 300.
Paul's in Ireland as well, isn't he? Or Northern Ireland?
Paul's from just the other side of Belfast for me.
Right, yeah.
Let me just get his link for you guys. Copy. If any of you are not subscribed to any of these guys, you're not doing much, just watching Steve turn the pen. You should pop over
Forgetting
there
the subs, forgetting the subs for a minute. Forgetting the subs for a minute. I'd like to congratulate all of them, really, because they're actually putting videos on and lives on.
That's correct.
They're actually contributing to the community. I think that's
100% agree.
Yep. Regardless of how many subs they got, they're actually having a go for it.
And Douglas Mungham says he only needs 590 to reach 600.
Well done, Douglas.
Well done, Douglas. Get in there, boy. So it's all good, guys. Doug Miller's at 703 now. Well done, Doug.
Yeah.
And well done, everybody in the chat, for participating and sharing the love amongst the community. We'll try and hear the best we can to support each other.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I congratulate you all for putting videos up
Me too.
and all the rest of it. And taking
It's-
part
it's-
in these chats, because that's what it's all
Yep.
about.
Actually putting
for
videos
just
up.
an hour or so.
Graham here
Graham,
says, what?
hey,
Gummy bears?
Yeah, what is gummy bears, basically?
Oh, mate, you don't know. Hang on.
Actually, you get them in plastic, little sweets. You don't know what gummy... Oh, Steve will get you some.
I'll show you a gummy bear. What
Little
flavour would
sugar
you like?
sweets. Like...
What flavour would you like, my son? What flavour would you like?
What raspberry?
They're like little rubber sweets. Well, not rubber, but sort of jelly.
Rubber sweets.
Jelly.
Jelly sweets.
There you go. Look, what
They're a
flavour
bit
do you
like
want?
they're a bit like jelly babies, but gummy bears.
Jelly
Yeah.
babies.
So yeah, I did them on a. I got asked to do some trials, some different resin pigments. Hence why I did so many of them. Yeah, so all these are resin. None of them are soft. I tried doing sweets and that didn't work.
Yeah. Wedge would like to know, as Chase would like to know, has anyone here used Blender for video editing?
No.
Tim
No.
from T-Day Turning is in. TF Turning.
Hi, Tim.
Well done, Tim. Good evening.
Now, I've always used Filmora. Always.
Yep, me too.
Colin's thinking of doing a video of an engraving, something different.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, well done, Colin, if you've got the kit.
Laser engraving or actual physical engraving?
The old engraving pen. I think I might do an oil painting online one day.
I think that's a great idea. Painting with Terry on
Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
Just for fun.
Whose idea was the term resin again?
Yours.
Yeah. Apparently JP says Blender, is for 3D stuff. He wouldn't bother with it, but I don't know.
I thought it was a dating agency.
Blender, that's Tinder, mate.
Thank you, Lewis.
I heard. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, thank you, Tim.
Ah,
Yeah, I got it
laser.
mixed up.
Lewis says. Lewis is in. Hi, Lewis.
All right, Lewis, how you doing,
I
bud?
say that about an hour ago. It's all right.
You never
Back
did.
to sleep, Brian.
No, you never.
I did too. Lewis, did I say
No,
that
you
before?
didn't. I must have been talking at the time then.
Yeah, well,
Wouldn't be like me, of course.
no, you don't talk too much.
It's a very powerful 3D modeling, animation, coding, and video editing. Says Chase, JP.
Oh, Andrew from Wyvie Richards says, Terry, have you got a Bob Ross wig, Terry? Well, actually, I can paint in the Bob Ross style if you want me to.
Ooh.
That's easy. Very easy to style, that is. I like to paint in the John Constable style. That's what I normally do.
Yeah, it's amazing the knowledge I have in my head, Andy. It's amazing the knowledge is not in my head, too. Well, it may be in my head, it's just I can't recall it from
Ain't
my
got
head.
there yet. It's not come out to the front yet.
It takes a while to retrieve
It's
it.
called joining the dots.
You know, when you see those huge big libraries and have the shelves that you have to roll them across.
Nick Castle says, try an old toothbrush to remove the streamers.
Ah, Gentleman Woodturner is asking a question. Is anyone
on.
going to the Chestnut Weekender this weekend? That's a good question.
Where is it?
Essex, huh?
I don't know. Essex?
Is it that
No,
way?
no.
Won't be, actually.
Don't know.
We could do actually. Todd at Glencoe where it says, will the two Terrys Be auctioning off autographed pictures of them and their badges for Steve's charity.
Oh,
I
Could do.
suppose we get a couple
I
of
don't
quid for them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if
don't
you
forget
want, hey,
that
I'll tell you something.
we're,
If you want to do that, we will. I'll take a picture of me and Terry. It's no problem. You want to pay some money to the
don't
charity?
forget, just
that's no
mention the charity there, Terry. But don't forget, guys, that if you haven't bought a Maker's T-shirt for this year yet, the link's at the top of the chat, and all the proceeds from that T-shirt, or the profit proceeds, will go to this year's charity, which is Steve
Dementia UK.
Dementia UK.
Dementia UK.
Something you'll be a part of not long, Brian.
Swindon, Brian says Andrew from Whitey
Swindon.
Woodshed. Swindon.
That's where the Weekender is, as does Mark say, and Pete. So it must be true.
And we have got 87 people watching on my screen, I think, but Aston has just said there's 88 people in. So
Oh, wow.
must be
And
different
hello
on
to
stream.
all those he missed.
Thank you very much, everybody, for coming
Susie
over.
wants to ask a question totally off topic. Yes,
Yes,
Susie,
Go
ask
for
away.
it. Yellow is the answer. Yellow and black.
Yeah, yellow and black.
Yeah. And Paul Finley just says, thanks very much, guys. He now has 305 subs.
Oh, well done.
Perfect. Good job. Well
Dewey
done,
Shed
everybody.
says, is there any editing app for Android phones? I wouldn't know
Ooh.
because I don't use an Android, but somebody out there
Oh,
may.
neither do I. I can't help you much there, I'm afraid. Somebody in the chat maybe help us out. Colin says the Weekender's about 80 miles from where he is. Are you
Swindon.
going,
It's in
Colin?
the middle of the country, Swindon, yeah, not far from Oxford, if I remember. Yeah. I remember Swindon as my father used to drive to Swindon every week. That's where the main depot was for trains.
Woodward Lerner suggests that
Drive.
Dementia UK will thank us if my experience with them has anything to go by. Well,
Yeah, they will.
Steve has already had some really good communication with them, so
I have.
I feel a bit more hopeful about this year's response from the charity. The gentleman Woodturner says he'll be there wearing his orange AWGB shirt on both days. Don't forget that Mark is on the committee of the AWGB.
He is
He's
the
also the
Southwest representative.
Southwest rep, yeah.
Susie
And if you take some
Smith-Turner.
eggs, and rotten tomatoes, you'll be able to find him because he's got a bright orange T-shirt on.
So we're turning by Barry
wall,
in.
guys.
And Susie the Swiss Turner says, question for those in the UK, do you have wolves and bears in the UK? And if yes,
No.
Do you also have a lot of more problems with them attacking sheep and even cows?
Yeah,
no, Susie, we don't
That's
have
the answer.
wolves, we don't have bears, we don't have any predatory cats that I know of, although there is supposed to be one puma around, but in Bodmin.
Sneaks Waller has joined us, guys.
Oh,
Good
Clive.
evening, all. He says I'm late,
Hello,
but
Clive.
How you
I
doing,
just
bud?
came out to the workshop.
Good man. 90
Good evening,
so
Clive.
far watching.
All right, so it's wet and dry, this one. So from 600 up to 2,800, I think I said.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
So wet it first.
I was just say, just to appease Brian, you could actually drop a bit of oil on there, see what happens.
No, I'm not ruining my sandpaper.
Goodness sake. Talk about me being miserable. Listen to Mark. Listen to Mark. No, Andy, I've got 2 shirts. No expense spared. You got them for free, you Brit. Yeah. They gave you them. They have to do something to attract area reps because
Nobody else wants the job.
nobody else wants the job, yeah.
Yeah.
They're offering bonuses and everything. Woodward Lerner Andy says, have they released wolves in Scotland yet? No, I don't think they've released them yet, but they're definitely considering it.
Thinking about it. And YV Andrew says, you haven't seen the Beast of Bodmin then, Terry? Well, to be honest, Andrew, I've seen a lot of beasts that could be it.
Yeah.
So no comment.
Behave yourself. Douglas Mungham says that the wild buffalo are being reintroduced. Where, Douglas?
That'd be the Highlands, I think, isn't it?
Texas.
Yeah, Rob from Hodgepodge says Carol Jacobson used to always sand with some kind of oil wax concoction.
I'll tell you what you could sand with. To be honest, I'll tell you what you could sand with. You could use machine, the milk stuff that you use on metal lathes.
The cooler liquid.
Oh yeah,
Sand, lovely.
cooling liquor.
Yeah, cooling liquor. It's like milky color, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
Just gets
That would
mess
work.
everywhere, doesn't it? Yeah, but it makes us.
Yeah, but it actually makes
Lewis,
it makes the metal shine like anything. So it might do the same for.
I think Lewis has just popped in his
link for his video.
His link for his premiere this evening at 10:30. I think it comes on.
It's tights fun. Apparently
don't forget
something
to join
flies
in.
off the lathe, I think. Oh no, I shouldn't say
Yeah.
that really. Right.
Yeah. Well, there may be flying.
There may be
yeah,
flying ahead.
but we're not sure.
No.
You have to watch to find out, guys. Walnut oil is what Carol used to use
Right, okay.
when he was
Terry
sanding.
Cox is in from Indiana. My Terry.
And Pete says, "Hooray! Lewis has finally got his premiere uploaded before 9 o'clock, which is unusual for Lewis."
It's unusual. It's usually 5 to 10 before it starts or whatever.
Yep.
He's been working hard on it.
He has. Today.
It's an awesome piece.
Today.
It is. We've had a preview of it. It's awesome, boys.
We need a second slip for that one, though. Or a wicket keeper. I can't remember which way it went now.
It's sure second slip would have got it, mate.
No.
Right.
Brian,
it.
by the way, says we used
Brian
to know
El
it as-
Tornero de Madeira.
Yeah.
said
Oh, I
we
can't say
used
that.
to know it as Ensis fluid. That's right.
that what
When
it's
I was
called,
an
Daddy?
engineer turner back in 1967-ish, we used to use it. Yeah. Hey, Weavow's in.
Oh,
Val.
See you, Val.
well, welcome, Val. He used to wet. She used. We've all used to wet sand with
Sand,
Danish oil before
Or
Yorkshire Grit.
Yorkshire Grit. Well done.
I just use Yorkshire Grit in my pens.
Well, you know, heathen. Try something wet first.
It works.
Yorkshire Grit is wet.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
But to get it up to that
Ooh.
before you put this, the
Terry
microphone
said that
bit
name again. Says JP.
What name was that, JP?
Douglas Monaghan says, "How about wicket keeper?" Terry did mention the wicket keeper.
I did mention a wicket keeper. Can remember second slip or wicket keeper. First slip wouldn't have done any good because I'd have clocked them out.
Come to think of this, Val, where have you been? It's
Well,
it's nearly
time's getting on,
quarter to 8, quarter to 9, and we started at quarter to 8. Where have you been?
What have you been doing?
What's your excuse? I mean, what's your excuse for being late? I mean, come on.
Everybody was sitting here waiting. Steve wasn't even going to start until Weavow's in.
Yep.
All of a sudden,
Because he
you're
said
coming
that
in
we
at the
Val's
end.
in everything these days. She's real keen to learn. Should we start without her?
And then we
Well,
had to because there was so
we
many
just had
waiting.
to, yeah.
Bit of a taco.
Not that we're trying to make you feel bad or anything, Val, you know.
No.
Right. Other than the white super glue on the black, I should have used definitely should have used epoxy glue on that one. But
Gerard, the French
So-
turner, says you don't use Yorkshire Grit, the fine one, well, obviously the microfine one, for resin. Any reason why not?
I do sometimes.
But at the moment
So,
he's flying
we've-
through these because he wants to get them done.
Yeah. I'm just-
We've fessed up here, she says. Sorry, I was trying to sneak in. I had a wee nap.
Ah, Val.
See.
Right. So
You fell asleep.
bit of a hybrid.
Extended afternoon nap then, was it?
So this one's a bit of a hybrid. This one. So we've got wood on one end.
Resin on the other.
Val, I can't believe you're as old as Terry because he has to have an afternoon nap, you know.
He's not as old as me. Nobody's as old as me. How old are you, Val? Well, you know, shouldn't ask that question to a lady, really. How old are
That
you, Val?
works for me too. Well, I wet sand to 800 and then Yorkshire Grit microfine. Works
Yeah.
awesome, says JP.
It is. It does work.
Was I? Perfecto. Perfecto.
I didn't say it didn't work. Just so I wanted to try something different.
Something
Yes,
different.
that's okay. You're allowed.
You can't experiment with anything different. It's a bad job. You have to experiment, even if it goes wrong.
Oh, I've had plenty of things go wrong, Terry.
I would try that Ensis one day, Steve, see if it works.
What's that?
The milky liquid from
Oops.
metal turning.
He's bound to have some. He's got a metal list
Coolant.
sitting outside.
Yeah, I got a gallon of it sitting in the garage.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Well, have a go with it. Just
Yeah.
dip it in and see what it like.
I just worry about the mess everywhere, though. That's bloody horrible
Mm.
stuff when you get over wood and that.
Weave's okay. She's only half your age, Terry.
She's 40 something. Oh well.
Aye, she's only half your
Hell.
age.
Look, my daughter then, Val. Should have a dad like me, Val. Eh?
Imagine, yeah.
Colin says, Colin says, there's a restorer on here called Screws and Tools, and he doesn't half look like JP's twin.
All right, okay.
Beard as well, Colin.
Wouldn't be JP without a beard, I don't think. If anybody's seen JP without a beard, they would recognise him.
I saw a picture of him about 2 years ago without a beard.
Douglas Mom says he uses a wet pads to go to 12,000.
12,000.
That's those thingy pads. I think
Yeah.
they're called.
Colin Way uses them, doesn't he?
Micro mesh, is it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he
I
uses
agree,
them
JP.
on his demo.
I use it all the time because it's convenient. The Yorkshire grit, and there's no dust anywhere. It's great. I love it.
Well, Roy's the voice says, Steve, you notice that you don't sand sideways with the lathe, obviously with the grain, stopped after each grade. Well, you don't need to with resin, of course, because there's
It's
no
resin.
grain.
That's the idea of wet and
But
dry.
that,
Wet and dry
If
always
it's
get a
wood,
better. You get a better
sand with
finish
the
with wet and
grain.
dry anyway than you do normal sandpaper.
Too skinny to be JP. Fair enough. Val says she'd love me as her dad. That's a very nice compliment, Valerie. Thank you so much.
Good job she don't know you like we do.
Hey. No.
who doesn't? Who doesn't know him like we do?
Very good dad.
Wow.
Been a very good dad for 40 odd years.
Mm-hmm. In fact, you were that good. Your son didn't want to leave.
He didn't. Why would he leave? Never paid a penny. So why would he leave? I didn't want him. His mum said, "You just stay here, lad."
Aston wants to know is this epoxy plast or CFS resin?
This is epoxy resin.
Depoxy.
Yeah.
Depoxy.
DIP DIPOXY. Depoxy.
Yeah.
Depoxy.
And it comes in just
Bottles.
gallon cans or 5 litres or
Buy
You
it
get
in
smaller
anywhere
for
from
30.
1 litre up to 30
Yeah.
kilos. I buy it in 12 kilos at a time.
okay. Because obviously, if you're just doing a small batch, you wouldn't want to buy
Yeah.
huge rate.
No, you can buy 1 litre. You can buy
Right,
1 litre
yeah.
bottles. It's 2-to-1 mix.
Hodgepodge just says Val is about to ask for an allowance from Terry. I don't remember.
JP says, I wish I knew Terry in my younger days. I reckon you'd have made a great wingman. I would suggest that would be true, JP.
I'm just going to show
Oh, look at this. Cheese and biscuits. What's going on? Where's mine? Where's mine?
Steve, you want to put me on screen for a sec?
Terry's just got a great big plate of cheese and biscuits delivered by his ever-loving Ruth.
Look, my gorgeous wife just brought me that.
Look at that.
She treats you too
Get
well,
lost.
man. She teaches you.
Yeah,
Cheese
she
and
does.
biggies. Cheese and biggies for Terry.
Shocking.
Well, I may mute myself while I...
Don't forget to mute your microphone when you're crunching
I
on
will
the
do.
crackers.
Thank you, Steve. Put it back on the other
I'm
one.
just sharpening my gouge.
Okay.
Talk about
the
it when he's still
meantime,
there, Terry.
I'll just
Terry,
eat a
talk about it when
gherkin.
we're still
I'll
here.
just have a
Talk about it,
gherkin.
quick. I know you haven't got gherkins, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, bokey book.
There's a few little air gaps in there. I have to fill them in.
Air gaps.
Yeah, little air gap there.
Bubbles.
Hmm.
Bubbles. It's not good. JP is now drooling, Terry. Terry can't talk, guys. Talk about him quick because he can't talk. Yeah, you got a mouthful of biscuit. I
Douglas,
did,
you
Roy.
want
I seen the
some
pictures.
records on
Absolutely
foil?
beautiful pens, mate. Well done. Excellent. Steve,
Yes.
did you know that this is a message from Gav, City Woodworks? Tell Steve the citrus burnishing oil, according to Martin, can be used to wet sand.
He said something about that on
How about that now?
Friday night,
That
didn't
would make your workshop smell nice.
he? I love the citrus sauce. Lovely.
I just bought some of it down in the carpentry store in Dublin that we paid a visit to, where I actually touched an SK114 and it didn't give me any good vibes, so I just left it where it was.
Right, so I'm just gonna turn that down.
Aston says those grapes, Terry, look like watermelons in your small hands.
Watermelons.
Ah.
Lewis says, does Terry put a napkin over the badge when he eats? No, Lewis, I use the napkin as a badge as a napkin.
Oh, listen to him.
He's got Velcro on it, so he can put it in his jammers at night.
Yeah, I wish it was $12.99, Douglas. And JP says that he's used baby oil to wet sand. Well, that'll be fair enough. It's just a light oil, isn't it? And Woodbury by Colin says he used the burnishing oil. It smelt gorgeous.
Does smells
Jared
lovely.
the French Turner says, I've got to hit the sack. Some of us have an early morning. Oh, are you still working, Jared? I thought you'd been retired by this time. See you soon, buddy.
Thanks for coming over, Gerard. Have a good day. Or sleep, what you want to call it.
Pete from Twisted Tree says baby oil is basically mineral oil with baby poop covering scent in it.
William Rose would like to know what's in that blank.
There is a piece of timber in the end, and I think it's a piece of English oak. I'm not 100% sure. And then I think there's 3 or 4 colours in it. Let me stop and have a look. There's yellow, blue for sure. Ouch.
So Richard Phelan's informing me that they have citrus oil in the woodshed, and it's probably cheaper than the carpentry store. But Richard, I was passing the carpentry store at the time.
So it's got
We
yellow.
actually had to call in anyway, so I just bought it when I was there.
So it's got yellow, purple, and blue in it, as you can see there.
It's
yellow,
very nice.
Purple and blue. It's got a few little holes in it, but we'll just fill those in with some black CA glue once I get it down to where I want it.
Sexy.
Tom Tango Parker says, hello, everybody. Hello, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Bloody stuff get wrapped around there all the time. Crazy, Joe. Right. Just trying to get it down to the size of the bushing without catching the bushing.
It's never easy. And Roger Kent says, Brian, don't you need O'Donnell jaws? Well, I would like a set of O'Donnell jaws, but they only come for the. It's only Axminster to make them. Quite like the design of them and how they get you away from the chuck. Pete from Twisted Tree says, question, Steve. Are those holes caused by the air escaping from the wood?
Yes, they were. Because I didn't put it in a
There you
pressure
are.
pot.
No pressure pot, see. I need to know in case I start casting resin, he says.
I can't see that happening,
Yeah,
Pete.
that'll be 2 days after hell freezes over, Pete.
Yeah.
But you don't have to have a pressure pot, do you?
No, I don't know. My resin blanks I never put in a pressure pot. But this one wasn't put in a pressure pot. But you can see.
That's a hybrid.
Yeah, you can see there. Obviously, there was a little bit of air escape from the bit of wood that was there. Because you pour your resins together to keep the colours separate like that. You pour your resins together just as they're starting to cure. So obviously, it would have been a little bit of air escape in there. But we can get over that by just putting some black or brown CA glue in there. So I'll just put some medium thick brown in there, I think.
It's funny, you have a link for that, but unfortunately, it works in the US. If anybody wants to use Steve's link for the Star Bond,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what it is in a minute.
It's cheaper
But
to
it doesn't
get it
work
from,
in the UK.
Yeah, it's cheaper to get it from Amazon in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
But I have told them, but they can't do nothing about it. I believe that's in my description, isn't it? For the video, for this live.
That makes absolute perfect sense, Douglas. Buy the jaws first, and then save up for the chuck.
Bit of good news on the horizon.
No,
Val says that she's finally found a guide, custom machine, an adapter for her toy lathe, so she can finally buy a proper chuck.
Oh, excellent.
Well done, Val.
Well done, pal.
Right, so the discount code for the Star Bond is SK/Krafts, all in capitals.
SK/Krafts. Colin says, Wood Wizardry by Colin. Question. If you use resin on what do you call that pod thing?
What?
A Banksia pod. Would you need a pressure pot? Probably.
I would imagine so, because there's going to be a lot of air voids in that, mate.
I would think, yeah. You would need a pressure pot to make sure the resin gets in, and you compress the air that's in there into tiny, tiny little bubbles that you can't even see them.
Yeah.
You might actually have to stabilise that Banksia pod first. And Lewis will tell us that. He'll know.
Yeah, he's done one before, I think. Right, so just let that dry.
Tom what they call Tom Tango Parker, Colonel Tom for some reason. I have no idea why I want to do that.
Colonel
Tom. He says, Brian, why don't you turn yourself some O'Donnell type jaws from wood? Yeah, that's a good plan. Tom, I could try that.
Just check that.
Are you watching the chat, Terry?
I'm just starting to watch it now because the cheese and biscuits is finished.
Oh, you've ate all the cheese and biscuits, have you?
Absolutely.
Shocking. He's ate all that already, folks.
Didn't offer us any, did he?
No.
But that's typical of Terry. You know.
I could have, but I thought, nah.
Miserable sod.
That's it, old man. Crusty old man.
Sod. No, miserable old sod.
It was remiss of me earlier. I forgot to ask Barry how he was feeling after his operation. He'll be getting better. Hope you're all right, Barry.
He's getting better.
Good.
Right, because we got a little bit.
Tom Tanko Parker there, Brian, saying, "Why don't you turn some O'Donnell type Joes from Word?"
I just said that 2 minutes ago, Terry.
You just said, "I'm looking at the chat."
No, I just said that.
Your Wood and SK114 are you going to make?
Said that 2 minutes ago. Pete from Twisted Trees has put a link in there. Did a Banksia pod in resin on YouTube about a year ago. What?
thought you didn't turn resin, Peter.
No, that has to be Lewis's. Oh no, Caitlin the cat. There you go.
Caitlin. Caitlin did one.
Caitlin did one.
Can't wait to see Val's new chuck then. When
Can be done.
Right, so let's get that sanded up.
What kind of chuck are you going to buy, Val?
This has got to come apart. It's a little stiff at the minute. Right, sand that up to 400 from
Yes, Robert.
120.
Indeed, boys, indeed.
Robert from Hodgepodge says, it really is a shame that Brian doesn't want to buy the O'Donnell jaws and pay homage to Mr. O'Donnell, who was Scottish but lived in Ireland and even had a pet mouse. Also loved horses.
This is absolutely correct, Robert. Yep. Roy the boy says, Ben made his own soft jaws, so you could make O'Donnell jaws, Brian at Hartwood, Donnelly.
I think you'll find Ben printed his jaws.
I think he did print those jaws, yeah.
So he didn't make them, he just drew them out on a...
Well, he still designed them and created the file. And
there's a difference between that and O'Donnell jaws that do stand off the chuck and have to grip really tight.
So AJK Woodworks has said, I would suggest stabilising a backstay pod before casting, as they hold a lot of air, in my opinion. I would have to agree with you. And I know very little about resin, but I know it doesn't work very good with air.
No, it doesn't.
The bubbles are terrible.
Val's going to get well, she was going to, she just took her message away, but there we are.
I thought you said that. TF Turning says, SK114. I don't think so. Douglas Munger said he made 25 pence. Well done, Douglas.
Wow.
Good man. Made them to raise money for his local church.
Absolutely, that's perfect.
Good job.
Charnwood Viper 2, says Val. That's the chuck she's
going to Charnwood Viper 2, yep.
That'll do his job. For her to use on her lathe. Cool. Wait, speed are you trying out, Steve? Asks Jim Matthews.
I'm sanding at about 1,000. I was turning at about 2,500, 3,000.
Okay.
So we're just coming up on 9 o'clock, Steve. Okay. And we have 76 people watching.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you, everybody, for coming over. Like I said at the beginning, if anyone's got any questions about anything, whether it be turning, tech, live in, video in, you ask it, we'll try and answer it.
Steve's good at the old OBS kind of stuff.
Well done, Barry. Barry's doing not too bad at the moment. He's got to go out to see the surgeon tomorrow.
Good.
Good man.
Well, hope all goes well, buddy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, me too. Touch wood.
Really do.
Keep our fingers crossed, you buddy.
Right, so because we got wood in this one, we're going to have to sand and seal this one.
Oh, no.
Should you just sand and seal the wood, or you put it all over all of it and just let it happen?
I will just do the wood area, to be honest. That's all we really need to do. So just put a bit of sand and sealer on there.
Roy the boy has made 37 pence so far, and he's only got 6 left. Does that mean you've sold 31, Roy? That's very good, man.
Yeah, well done, boy.
Roy could sell snow to the Eskimos, though.
And Pete from Twisted Trees is reminding people, he says, why are there only 44 thumbs facing upwards? I don't know, because there's a whole lot of 40-odd people who haven't given a thumbs up yet.
Well, Lewis the Klondike Craftsman's answering your call, Steve, for any type of question.
Go on, then.
There's a question about women.
Oh, no.
Keep your mouth shut and do as you're told. That's the answer.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut, do as you're told, and follow the list.
Yep. Just do as you're told.
Follow the list.
Not difficult.
All right, so
Don't deviate from the list.
Yorkshire grit on this one because obviously it's wood. We don't want to get the wood wet.
I actually think women have had it too easy for too long. That's what I think.
Tipsy Turner says Steve's got a question. Why do you do that for fun?
Do what for fun?
Why do you do it for? I don't know. Turn pens. Why do you do it for fun?
Turning
do
is
it
my
for fun.
turning is my stress relief from work.
Yeah. I do it for fun. Give away nearly everything I make. Just for fun.
Not everything should be about money.
No.
There should be pleasure in life, other than life's not
Yep.
all about money. There's more important things in this world than having money.
Anita Ball says she loves the beautiful blanks.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you very much, Anita.
And that's the other thing is creative because you've made them. You haven't bought them off somebody or whatever. You've actually
Right.
made them. You're turning them, which is nice.
What I normally do is if I play around with different colours into a blank, I normally turn one to see what it comes out like.
Well, let's hope so, Barry. Barry says he's a good surgeon, so hopefully he's got it all out.
Yeah, let's hope so, mate.
Yeah, me too. Oh, Woodwork Learner says, did you answer my question about using UV resin?
Oh no, you didn't hear that. I didn't hear that one.
No, I didn't
you
see
fell
that
asleep.
question.
We did say it, but you fell asleep, Andy. But the question was, why can you fill in the holes with UV resin? The holes you.
All right, okay.
I suppose you could if you wanted to.
You could die.
And then just zap it with the old ultraviolet.
UV pen, yeah.
If you had some, but I haven't got any.
Mark the General Woodturner have just said, drinking is my stress relief, as woodturning is my work. Lol.
Well, I don't agree with that, unfortunately.
My stress relief was going out and getting told off by the wife and ordered to do things because there's stress with all you lot.
I think my biggest, apart from wood turning, the next biggest thing is cutting grass. That's my stress buster.
Yeah, sit there and just cut grass for hours on the tractor.
Yeah. Yep.
On the tractor.
I'll be cutting grass tomorrow, and it will take me around 4 hours to cut all the grass.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon you'll get a lawnmower rather than use a pair of shears. I think that'd be quicker then.
Well, I've got a lawnmower. I've got a 48-inch cut ride-on lawnmower, which I use for in and around the trees in the forest area. And I have a 6-foot flail mower that goes on the back of the tractor.
Right,
Just that there's a lot of it.
If I was you, Brian, I'd cover all in gravel. Save doing it.
Oh no, I wouldn't have that.
Gary.
Right, Yorkshire Grit Original this time, just to bring that final shine up.
TF Turning says, I fall into that category too, Mark. And Mark has responded, yeah, Tim, you, me, and Pete too. Oh, God. Tim's come back with,
nobody knows what
nobody
knows what any stress anybody goes through. But
correct.
If you come in here and you have a bit of a laugh with somebody and you want somebody to turn,
that's what we're here for.
Join it in. That's stress relief in itself.
Yep.
To be honest.
Tim has come back with AKA the cool kids.
The cool kids.
Yeah, right. You would call more like their brat pack.
Okay, Andy's off to bed or off.
Bye, Andy.
See you later, Andy.
Limit, so he's off to bed.
See you later, mate. Thanks for coming
in. Nice to see you, and bye. See you next time.
It's definitely a wobble on that end. I don't know if that bear.
Beatbox Tickle Turner says, I've been single for 10 years. Easy life, nae wife.
I've been married for 44. Answer that one.
Yeah. Just look at the way she treats you, but.
Yeah.
Lovely. Brings me cheese and biscuits.
Did you see Michelle bringing me cheese and biscuits? Did you?
No, I
Did
didn't
you see
actually.
Michelle?
I
No,
was
he did not.
expecting her to be watching this and then going and getting you some.
Hmm.
No.
That I don't think so.
Paul Finney's got to go. On it, Paul.
See you later, Paul. Thanks for coming over.
Right, Paul. See you later, buddy. Happy turning.
Yeah. Adrian Olsen has just joined us. Hello, Adrian.
Hi, Adrian.
Why are you always late for these? Well, because you didn't put the alarm on.
I don't know, Adrian. I don't know why you're always late.
Right, that's a nice colour, that one.
You've been doing
That's
something
pretty.
else. You've been busy, Adrian. That's why.
That's pretty, that is. I like that.
But you're welcome anytime.
Yeah.
There's no
The-
late.
the-
You're just in.
So, what's the
Mark
time?
said he told you before it was wobbling, but you didn't listen.
Yeah, well, you know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really hurt it, does it? It's not. You ain't really gonna.
Lewis says he calls BS, Brian. He says, I've seen Michelle bring food and tea to your workshop.
Yeah, I have to.
She used to
Biscuit.
in the beginning. But
Biscuit.
it has it's died a death. You know, the cup of tea and a biscuit on the bin? It's died a death.
Right, what have I got time to do? One more?
Yeah.
It's
Roy's asking-
6 minutes past 9.
Pete's telling Roy that the
Pete?
black is from the metal
Pete.
collets. Obviously.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
When he used Yorkshire grit, he said he used Yorkshire grit and it turns the
Yeah.
cloth goes black, but that's just
Steel.
the metal from the collets, yeah.
Oh, Jennifer's finally finished her mug order. That wouldn't have been nice.
Yay! Well done,
Well done,
Jennifer.
Jennifer. All up and running now, all ready to package.
Excellent.
Package for posting. Brilliant.
That's why there's a bit of movement in
Well
there.
done,
That's all
you.
that's.
A bit slackness in it.
Aye.
Oh no.
What do you expect for 35 quid?
Adrian
Adrian,
Olsen says
We're
we are
turning
pens.
pens today. Steve's cast a lot of different pens. He's got 13, I think he said. Right?
Yep,
Pens
13.
to turn. So he's turning as many as he can this evening.
Thankfully, we're not
Uh,
going to turn 13.
Because he's got a
No,
craft
this is
fair
the last
next
one.
week. Craft fair next week, and he's got to get these pens ready for then. So he's just having a chin wag and any questions.
So, what
Basically,
speed do you rough them out
funny.
at, Steve?
About 2,500.
Crank her up, boy. Crank her up.
Yeah, full
Sure.
speed.
Full speed ahead.
Axe, you cannot take any more, Captain.
And don't spare the horsepower.
Roy likes
You
that
can't
blank.
take any more, Captain.
What's in that blank then, Steve?
There is
Basic
red.
colours.
There is red. No, sorry, scarlet and gold in this one.
No, it's nice.
Yeah, right, the boy says, I like that blank, Steve.
You wait till that's turn, mate. Look even better when it's turn.
Did you turn one of the... No, you haven't done one of the 3D printed ones either.
No.
Oh, that's okay.
It's a baker's dozen, Douglas. You're right. Jennifer's making pendant blanks tomorrow and pen blanks. She's a busy girl.
Pete from, Pete from Twisted Tree says, have you turned any of the printed blanks yet, Steve? And if so, how does it turn?
I've done one before. I have done one before. But Brian can do one on a live because I've sent Brian some.
Yes, thank you very much for that, Steve. I'll do that. I got a feeling I've just been set up again.
Yeah, Jazeria Hunter is good evening to you. Is saying, "Where's the craft fair, Steve?"
The craft fair. The craft fair is in my local village, which is Kings Lynn, Norfolk.
Kings Lynn in Norfolk.
Let's took the edge off of that. Chipping it away. Just sharpen that quickly.
Roy wants to know if you're going to show one put together.
Not tonight. Not tonight. I won't, because I'm going to turn them all first and then spend time assembling them all. But I will, when I've done them, I will put them on social media, or some of them, not all of them.
If people want Steve to make a video of assembling a pen, I'm sure he can. I'm sure he would do that too.
You might not like the way I do it, but I can do it.
Ah,
matter.
doesn't matter.
Any different way is another way.
If it's different, that's a good thing. Pete Twisted Tree says, excellent. We can watch Brian cry at the mess in his workshop again.
You doing a pen this week then, Brian?
No. Next week probably. Steve's sending me 3 pens or
cool.
some pens. I don't know how many.
Roy wants to know, when is the craft fair, Steve?
7th of August.
Jennifer's Craft and Creations wants to know, Steve, do you sell 3D printed pen blanks? Please.
I do, Jennifer. Well, they're in the process of being designed at the moment, but I'll just quickly show you the 3 designs that I've come up with.
Done so far.
So
They're kind of in the testing phase of the
yeah. So there's this one.
Well, that's nice. I like that. Blimey.
So you can obviously use 2 different colours or 3 different colours. I'm not too keen on this one. Looks a bit plain and boring.
It's a bit camouflagey.
Yeah, it's a bit. I don't know what. See,
It's a bit green and black, isn't it? It's a bit green and black.
No, it's black and yellow.
Oh, yeah, but it looks greeny as well.
So until you turn it, you don't know what's going to look. It might look totally different once it's turned. And then this one. So
nice.
obviously 3 different colours: gold, I think it's sapphire, and then purple.
Can you 3D print a spiral, Steve?
What do you mean a spiral?
Oh, so.
What?
A spiral, like a flute on a drill. Yeah.
Yeah, I could. I don't know how you'd fill it with resin, though.
Adrian says he's never turned resin, but what do you do with the swarf?
Suck it up the hoover and chuck it in the bin.
Has to go in the bin, so it goes to landfill, unfortunately.
Can't use it in the shaving and stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's non-biodegradable.
This is a whole big deal now. There is a. I think it was Martin the other day. I think Martin has written to some of the epoxy manufacturers. You know, say that the other night.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah.
They asked them what their policies and procedures were about recycling the waste. And unfortunately, the people he messaged, I don't know who they are now, responded with they have no policy. So that's maybe not a good thing.
It's about the atmosphere, and it's about all the plastics going back into the atmosphere.
He was talking more about the microplastics that ending up
flying around in the air.
Yeah.
And they're ending up in the sea, and the fish are eating them, and then the bigger fish are eating them, and then we eat the bigger fish.
The bigger fish.
So, well, we're all suddenly ingesting plastic now.
Wow.
And what happens to it when it's in our body? Because our bodies don't break it down either. It's another one of these a miracle product that turns out to be not such a miracle at the end of the day. Todd at Glen Cove Woodwork says, question. Can you 3D print a blank with lettering running lengthwise? Ooh.
Personalised.
I suppose you could, but I don't know how they'd come out. It's worth a try, I suppose. I'll have a play.
Good, actually, if you had it in it, right? Once you turn it, you got the name down the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Anything's worth a try once.
So Desiree says Ben's Works did a video reusing some resin ribbons.
Yeah, I have done a
just
project.
Recast them.
I have actually recast some resin shavings, but not these thin stuff.
Twisted Trees got the answer. Solution is to eat cows and not fish.
Eat cows instead of fish. Okay.
I like fish.
I like fish too. Unfortunately, nobody else in my house does. So
fish.
I don't get it very often.
Fish are friends, not food.
No, I had what did I have today? Smoked haddock today.
Oh, lovely.
For tea. Blinking handsome. was lovely.
Hmm.
And cheese and biscuits afterwards, of course. And, you know, gherkins and capers and chutney. And lovely.
That Ruth room is far too good to you.
She's too good to me, and she, bless her. That's what you get when you marry 44 years.
I'll have a day or two to go yet then.
Oh, that you
Before
get
she-
divorced.
Before Michelle's, is that before Michelle's good to me then? I have a few more years to go.
A few more years to go, yeah.
Yeah. Ah well, that's what it is. Zach Higgins.
Is he?
Okay.
Zach-
Zach Higgins. He must have done some things with resin.
Zach is the resin king.
Is he?
Is he?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't do much resin, so I won't do any of it.
I've turned a couple of bits of resin, but I haven't made any.
Wow, I don't know how to make it anyway.
Well, it's not difficult, Terry. You just mix
No,
it
I
up
just
by
got
weight or
enough.
volume and then pour it into the mould.
Douglas Munn
Nothing
is
that
married the
difficult.
same length of time as me, like 44 years. Well done, Douglas. Congratulations, buddy.
I'll tell you what, guys, it's
Hope you've
actually
enjoyed
cold.
every minute of it like I have.
It's actually cold in Northern Ireland this evening in my office.
Roy would like to know if that's a Simon Hope gouge, Steve.
No, it's not. It's a record power one.
Power one, yeah, that's what I thought.
It's the first set I ever had. My wife bought me a set when I first started.
I have exactly the same gouge.
Good set.
Out of exactly the same set, probably.
Pete says that fish are not good friends because they always forget his birthday.
Yeah, well,
Lewis says he learned a lot from Zach. So there we are. Anybody wants to turn, go to Zach. Have a look, see what he does. Make him resin.
yeah. And Barry Chitty says, Terry, it gets better after 50.
It's been getting better every day, Barry. So yeah, I agree. It's going to be. It'll last that long.
Yeah, well, there is that, of course, Terry.
If I don't expire by that time.
Expire. If he doesn't go past his sell-by date.
Yeah, we'll use
Or if
by
Ruth
date.
don't, or if you Ruth don't kill him between now and then.
Yeah, then and then. Thank you, Douglas.
So you got to remember, Ruth was a nurse. She
Especially
knows a
when
lot
the
of
thing's
powerful.
cold.
She knows a lot of powerful men with powerful sedatives.
She does. She's been a nurse for 49 years, just retired.
So Desiree says, Brian, what defines cold? When I feel cold, it's cold. Doesn't matter what temperature it is. If I feel cold, it's cold.
It's cold, that's right.
So it's probably only about 14 degrees here at the minute, I think, or less. Maybe 12.
Jacked up Leatherworks. Just joined us. Hello, Jacked Up Leatherworks.
Aye, jacked up Leatherworks. It's all going swimmingly here. We've been turning, or Steve has been turning pens,
Pens for over an hour.
and we're all just having
Hour
a
and
bit
a
of
half.
crack.
Yeah, we're just
As
yapping
they
around.
say in it. Yep, just a bit of crack,
Right.
as they say in Ireland.
Answer any questions that may come up.
That may require
Val's got a
answering.
new
Yeah.
got a new chuck for her layer soon because somebody's turned her a piece to fit on to make it fit.
It's 102 degrees Fahrenheit in Dallas today, says Todd.
What would that
so
be in
no-
Fahrenheit centigrade?
No turning in the garage. 102 is about 38 or something.
Oh, that's quite warm.
That's what we had last week.
Mm-hmm.
No, Pete, she was 15 when she started being a nurse. You can work out it. 16 she was actually. 15.
And Andrew from Webby Woodsheds, Uncle and Aunt have been married for 62 years.
There you go. Don't get that for murder. It's nice though. Not many people do that these days, you know. Get married
Jacked
and
Up
stuff.
Leatherworks is asking how everyone's doing. I am doing excellently well.
Just
Thank
dandy,
you.
Jack. Just
Very
dandy.
well. Very well, thank you.
Sitting here doing my favourite thing.
We're enjoying the community spirit. Chatting away. Well, we're chatting away, Brian and I, Steve. And looking at all your comments.
Well, Susie, 36 degrees in Switzerland today. That'll be Celsius. And at the
Down
moment,
to
it's down to
27.
27. Well, that's quite warm, isn't it? That's too hot for me. 27 degrees is too hot.
William Rose says there's a really nice blank, Steve. It looks like a burr walnut on his screen.
It does a bit, the way when it's turning there. You'll have to say.
So we'll see what it looks like when it's sanded, shall we? I'm not going to wet sand it, so.
Well, as you guys know, I was down at Glenn Lucas's last week, and William Kenny, who comes into the chat, came and visited us, and he gave me a whole pile of wood blanks. Next time I do a live, I'll show you them, guys. I've got some stunning pieces of wood to turn.
Val says you got an electric blanket on.
Val.
Is it
She's
that
in
bad
Fife, in Scotland. In Scotland.
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 Is it? I thought it was warm in Scotland today.
No, it's never warm in Scotland, Terry.
Okay.
Well, unless you're inside the house.
No,
Long- long
16
way away,
degrees
so-
is a heat wave in Scotland.
Yeah. But then she should be used to it. She's lived there a while.
She probably is, but
I spoke to my mate in Cyprus today. He says it's only 46. And he was like sitting there in his shirt out by his pool and said, well, yeah. And he
There
said,
you
"Look,
go,
we're used to
Richard.
it. It's quite cold.
Richard's feeling his mum and dad have been married for 60 years.
There you go, see. Not a lot of people do that these days.
No.
Yeah.
They don't work at it.
What's this Todd is saying? We haven't seen rain in something like 50 days, and the cracks on ground are getting so big. There's a warning out for hobbits so they don't fall in.
Right, Brian. Decipher that. Val says something, Tally. You missed me trying accent. Oh, what? I called Tally. That means you're cold, Terry. Yeah? You missed me.
Cold.
Tally, what's Tally?
Cold
I
tatty.
cold Tally. Is that
cold
I'm
tatties.
cold, Terry?
Cold tatty.
She got the blanket on.
I'm a cold tatty.
Tally. You mean, right, okay. Tally means young
Spud.
girl, obviously.
No, tatty's a spud.
Oh, I suppose.
A potato. Tatties.
She's a cold
Spud.
potato.
Yep.
Put a jumper on, Val.
Yeah, put a jumper on. Go up and run about and do some exercise. That'll sort you out.
Harry's been married for
Oh, look, Stuart Grilly has just joined us. He says,
Stuart.
good evening,
Hello, Stuart.
Bambinos.
evening, man.
Hiya, Stuart.
That's true, Douglas.
See?
Get married
Douglas
overnight,
is
split the
cold
next
potato.
week.
Yeah. Some people jump into marriage far too quickly these days.
Well, they jump in too quick. That's why they jump out quick.
Yep.
Right. Now we'll sound up to 600.
Right, he says. Now, right.
Now we'll see it shine.
Look at that. It looks lovely. It does look like a burr. Walnut realm or
There's a bit when it's turning. See what it's like when it steps. It's all gone quiet out in the chat room.
yeah, well, they're falling asleep and they really.
Oh, they're all falling asleep and they're hypnotised by the pen turning. Is that what it is?
No, they're all trying to decipher Val's letter. Comment.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a major issue of Countdown.
There's nothing wrong with Scots. Okay.
I never said there was.
It's a good language.
Well, reserve judgment on that.
You can be quiet.
Although I'm going to adopt Val as my new adopted daughter.
Yeah, good for you, Terry. Good stuck in.
I feel sorry for you, Val.
Yeah, me too.
He's very needy. You ask my girls.
Very needy.
Roy Boy says, I had a great time at a festival in Sheffield at the weekend. What festival was this, Roy? You'll have to elaborate.
You shouldn't
I
say
have
that.
to
It might be a
Music
festival we can't
festival
put on
or
Facebook.
I don't
Oh,
care
well,
what
yeah,
festival it was. Let's
and
get it out in the
Rude
open. Let's see what kind
Festival.
of festival you
That
were
could have
at.
been the sort of festival it was, getting out in the open.
Yeah,
John
well, it might have
McDonald.
been.
John McDonald apologises because he's busy on his leg, but he is listening. Okay.
Oh, John, that's okay as long as you're enjoying
there,
your
mate.
turning. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Bit of banter, bit of answers and questions. And don't think anybody will learn anything because.
Oh, Jacked Up Leather says he turns pens and makes leather cases for them. Oh, that would
that's
be
even
nice.
that's quite good actually.
Mm.
Leather case.
Hmm.
Vincent
We've
Taddy says,
see what we've all just said there.
yeah, my big vow would cook your tea every night, Mr. Terry. She'd make ye mince and tatties. Have I met your mother, Val? Your mother can't be far off my age.
Now, steady.
Don't tell otherwise.
Did she have a
Roy
breakdown
Boy
in
says
Bristol?
it was Tramlines music. Tramlines music. Tramlines? What is that? What kind of music is that?
Isn't that like some special group, Roy?
It must be a. We've all said it's only me and Mum. She'd love you too.
I'd
Terry.
love her too.
Nah,
I could understand her.
he's a big smoothie. Val, watch him.
He is. He's always chatting the women up.
Yeah, yeah. You want to hear him when he's out without Ruth too. Yeah. He's worth the watching, Val. I've got to
The
tell you.
soul of diplomacy.
Yeah, right.
Is that what you call it?
You can't spell
Yeah,
diplomacy.
that's what I
Terry.
call it.
Soul or something. I wouldn't say diplomacy.
Matt Harbour would like to know why is it called a jumper?
A jumper. I am.
Good question.
It used to come from sheep's wool, and lambs jump about the field in springtime. Best
that-
I can come up with.
I was going to say, is that the truth or is that something you just come up with?
I just made that up.
He just made that up. Yeah, he's thinking lambs jump. You know,
Woolly jumpers.
got to be a jumper.
That's what a lamb is, a woolly jumper.
Woolly jumper. It is if you think about it. Yeah, sweater sounds icky, says Zario.
That's absolutely right.
It's not a sweater, is it?
Put a sweater on. What? What do you want to put a sweater on for? Stick a jumper on, lad. You'll be grand.
Yeah, talking about Matt Harbour just said if you're hungry, multicolored shavings mixed noodles. Well, actually, Steve, I wonder if you could take the multicolored shavings and recast in resin and then turn another one.
No.
It's reusing the shavings.
Well, you could, but I don't know what effect it would give you.
No.
The trouble is, the two resin hits and they go a bit translucent.
Yeah. I was just thinking. I was thinking that multicolored shavings look like mixed noodles. It kind of, to me, it looks like that rubbish you get in on pots. You know, the one that you boil the kettle and pour it in. That just looks a bit like that.
Pooper noodles, you mean?
Probably tastes as nice as well.
Jack's glad he subscribed. Look. He says you're all a hoot. Glad us as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we try our best, Jack.
Jason. Mate. Happy to have you aboard.
Lewis says they're a bit
They
chewy,
are
Matt. Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody in my house is going to their bed.
Oh, that's got to be Michelle. She's
No, it'll be Matthew. He's on early tomorrow.
really. No, of course. I forgot.
on the
Michelle
six.
standing outside door waiting for Steve to finish so she could come in with your cheese and biscuits and
Yeah, right. Cheers, aye.
chocolate
Cheers,
and
Terry.
the drink. Yeah.
She 100% is
Yeah, waiting there, Brian.
not.
Not.
All right, let's have a look at
Yeah.
it. See what comes out like.
Yeah, well,
Lewis
that
says
looks
the res-
brilliant. No, really, like
Reusing the resin shaping
Lovely
is a waste
colour.
of time.
that. Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful.
It is. It's lovely. That.
Cast a few more of those, Steve.
I like that.
That's
Yep.
very nice.
So do I.
I like that a lot.
And no bubbles in that one either.
No,
That's good.
that's usually when you get a bit of wood. That's when you get the bubbles in them.
That really looks nice. That won't stay in the craft very long. I'll be going seconds.
That one
Douglas
might,
Mangum
that one
says,
might make it. That one
Douglas
might not
Mangum
make it in the
says-
craft fair.
That's funny. Douglas says, Brian, they look like they've been eaten already.
Right, so spool down, 9 to go. Right, turn extractor
9
off.
to go.
Lights off.
And Weaver says, gorgeous, Mr. Steve."
Gorgeous, Mr. Steve.
Thank you very much.
Gorgeous.
Thank you. Oh,
Hello, everybody. Peekaboo. Colin says, damn, that's lush.
that is nice, that one. I do like that one.
It is
Really
indeed.
nice.
So, you're going to show us them all together now?
Yeah. So I'll only show you one section of each.
Well, put a board on or something so as we can see them.
Who's bored?
A board
Everybody's
up
bored,
on your
man.
legs
I'm
so
going
as
to
we
bed.
can see them. Cover up that rubbish that's underneath it.
William Kenny agrees with me. That's the nicest one, Steve.
Yeah, I agree.
Of the
I
three.
think that is the nicest one. I totally agree. Right, so bit of board, bit of cardboard, bit of paper. So it's got a white behind it. I'll just knock my sounding
Put it on
seal
full
over.
screen so we can all see.
So let's lay them out. I'm only going to lay one of it. Oh, actually, I'll lay them all out. Can't I?
Yeah, just get on with it.
Just get on with it, boy. Just get on with it.
Did you just throw them shavings on the floor?
No, he's going to sweep up, and he's going to Uber it up. and
Steve!
They got to go in a special bag now for the dirt box.
Douglas Mangum says, Terry, have you heard any more about your back?
Yes, I have, Douglas. They've cancelled the
Oh,
operation because I need a
it's
hip
not good.
operation first. So that could be a long time waiting. So I'm not happy.
Got to move the camera.
Surgeon had a fallout.
Colin's getting a new pillar drill from Record Power as an early birthday present. Ooh.
Take the man right, Steve. We can see him.
Steve. Yeah, crap.
God, I can't get it out. Stream
Looks
Deck's
like molten metal. Yeah, okay, that's a
There
bit.
you go. That looks lovely. Yeah, definitely the last one. Was the
Right,
best.
you need to zoom
Well,
out.
I
a
do
little
like
bit
all
too.
of them. I do like all of them, actually.
There you go. That's perfect.
So,
Well, folks, that was turned in an hour and 30 minutes.
so just focusing on that a little bit.
Yeah, Terry, have you ever thought about narrating audiobooks?
Yes.
So
Somebody wants to send me them.
this
I
one,
thought about it too.
this one I'm not happy with because you can see the super glue in there. But I've got some more, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try one with epoxy glue.
Yeah.
Either that or cast it.
You
with
could try the UV resin where you hit it with the light. You know
Yeah, it could
see
do.
if that works.
Either that or cast the gummy bears in black. So the gummy
Thanks, Andrew.
so the gummy bears are actually the resin itself is black, but the gummy bears are just shine up in it. I don't know how that'd work, but we'll see.
Andrew from AJK Woodworks just said he's well done, Steve. You look awesome.
Thank you.
And I've ordered Maker's t-shirt tonight.
Oh, good man. Thank you very much.
Well done, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Douglas, for that. But we're working on a new hip first, so struggling.
Weaval has just said that Terry has a Radio 2 or classic FM voice.
Love you, man. Love your mother too.
And Pete from Twisted Tree says, great work, Steve. See you in Lewis's premiere at 10:30. Don't forget,
10:30,
guys.
good.
And Pete just popped the link in.
Good man. Thank you.
Thanks,
And
Pete.
you may just see wood flying or resin flying. And there's a little mishap somewhere in
A
it.
little mishap.
Little
And
mishap.
Ash from Katie Shed said they look lush.
Thank you very much. I've got every one of all the 13 are all different blanks that I've cast over the
Cool.
over the period of time. Obviously, some people ask me for certain colours, so there's no point casting just one blank. So I cast like a block and get 6 blanks out of it. So they're just ones that are all stuck in the cupboard that I've decided I'm going to play with. And if I get time, I'll turn some of the 3D ones as well. So we'll see what happens.
Oh,
Oh,
lovely.
good man. Well, I'll turn the 3D ones next week. How about that?
Even better.
You're going to turn. Oh, well done, Brian.
Yep.
That's if you get your internet working by then.
It should
not
be.
working at the moment,
I've
is
got
it?
a new hub coming on Wednesday. Well, tomorrow or Wednesday.
It only
So
works
we'll
in the
see.
house now, doesn't it? It doesn't work in the workshop. Yeah.
No, the hub works. It's not. It's nothing to do with the workshop. It's the hub.
All right.
Sometimes it puts out a good signal, and other times it just doesn't work at all.
Yeah, no good, is it? Got to
So-
get it right.
But good news is there's fibre optic cable coming to my house, hopefully in middle to the end of August.
Cool. Good. Oops, excuse
So
me.
that's your word.
That was entertaining.
Terry is
was.
thinking of a new hip, repair back. Ruth is thinking of a new Terry. Actually, Jason Statham would suit her fine. She's already told me that.
So just quickly, I'm going to bring hashtag week forward a week,
Oh, you're
Who are
right.
you?
Yeah,
Which
the
is,
reason-
which is next
which
week.
is this Sunday
Hold
coming.
on a
This
minute.
Sunday.
The reason being is
hold-
because
hold-
I'm doing my craft fair on the 7th, so there won't be no live.
Oh.
Sure.
So it's this Sunday
This
coming,
Sunday
you mean?
coming, yeah.
Well, that's good because that's what I told everybody yesterday.
Oh, did you?
So people
I
in the
did, yeah.
chat, this Sunday is hashtag week. The new challenge.
Yeah, it was going to be the 7th.
That's not
It was
challenge.
going to be the 7th, but obviously we're doing the craft fair, so there won't be no live on the Sunday. Well, not from me, unless anybody wants to cover it. So we're going to have to bring
Don't forget.
it up a week forward.
Don't forget though. Hashtag will last for 2 weeks, so you can
Right.
take 2 weeks to turn
Yeah.
it. If you want to take part, send the pictures to Steve, and he'll put up a montage on one of his
Because
videos.
Hashtag fortnight doesn't sound as good as hashtag
No,
week.
it's hashtag week, but it lasts.
But the choice of a week's not long enough because people have work commitments and life commitments. So,
This is true, yeah.
so the
This is
2
true.
weeks is better, and to be honest, it's better for me as well. Gives me more chance to get things sorted.
It does.
Susie, we would do a hashtag pen turn week, but the idea of hashtag week is that we can do something where people haven't got to outlay money and not everybody's got a mandrel to turn pens. I know Pete said he was going to do how to turn a pen on Wednesday without a mandrel.
Yep.
But not everybody's going to feel confident enough to do that. So,
No, it's Monday. Monday he's going to
is
do
he
that.
doing it Monday? Is he?
Monday,
But
or is it Wednesday?
I thought he's.
No, it's
I thought
Monday.
he says he's doing it on Mark's live, covering for Mark.
He's covering Mark's Wednesday.
Well, maybe he is. He's covering Mark
wake
this week,
up,
and I'm
Mark.
covering Mark the following week. That's the way it
Wake
works.
up,
That's correct.
Douglas, I can't tell you what the hashtag week is, can I?
Thank you, John.
I can't tell you that.
Do you
I
want
can't
you-
tell you that.
No, we can't. No, that's not. No.
Sorry.
Sorry. You only get to find that out on Sunday.
So yeah,
Have
so
to build the suspense, you know.
so come over Sunday. We'll be finishing this.
Don't
We've
let
out.
Bride do it.
We've
You'll
Val's
do a
putting
funny.
Val's putting a resin video up tomorrow.
Be-
Well, I'll look forward to that.
Well done,
We'll be
Val.
finishing this Sunday.
Oh, that's the bowlies.
So resin's all
that's when you
cast now.
started, yeah.
Resin's all dry now. So we'll be turning that down, hole in the
Excellent.
middle and out, just finishing it off. So we'll be finishing that and then the hashtag. So
Excellent.
come over and see us on Sunday. Obviously, Battle of the Makers on Friday
That's the
evening.
Nicky show with Steve.
Yeah, the Nicky show with Steve. So what was I going to say? Battle of the Makers on Friday night.
Oh yes.
It
So
is.
come over and join us for that. See who can take this month's. Who went last month? Wayne, no.
What do you mean? Who won last
can't
month?
remember.
Brian and Joe.
What do
Oh,
you
did
mean?
they?
Who
I
won
don't know
last
who
month?
won, I'm joking.
3-1 up.
I'm winding you up.
3-1
Three,
up.
They
no,
Gold
no,
Hunters.
3-2 up.
3-2 up.
3-2 up.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Huey and Wayne
They
can
only
put that
don't
back.
forget they were like 6 or 8 behind, and then they shot by like
1 point.
2 points.
Yeah, 1 or
and
2 points.
1
They
point.
ended
It's
up
a
with
1
just
point
one.
finish.
Brilliant idea.
We beat them by a nose, as they say in racing.
So come over and see who
That's
wins.
all to play for on
It's all
Friday.
about having a bit of fun. And if you haven't come over and watched Battle of the Makers before, be prepared. That's all I'm going to say.
Be
Be
prepared
prepared.
for the fun.
So right, other than
Yeah.
that, we will go. If I don't see you before, I'll see you Friday. Thank you very much to everybody who came over. I hope you enjoyed. Hope it's not been too boring. I know pens are not the most interesting thing in the world. So hello, there's the wife now.
Taking part.
The wife is now phoning me.
Tell her you'll be ready in an hour and a half.
So anyway, thank you very much for coming and joining us. Thank you to Brian and Terry for coming over and being the worms.
You're welcome. Stephen.
Thank you for covering, Steve.
That's not a problem anytime, mate. Not a problem at all. I said I'm not doing no more lives now till Friday. But I'm going to be. I'm going to be turning.
Oh, you're not doing a live.
But I'm going to be turning pens
quiz
anyway, so it
Friday.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not,
Yeah,
you're
you
not
might
going
as
to
well
be doing any turning until Sunday.
Sorry.
No turning until Sunday.
Well, not lives, but I got 9 other pens to do, haven't I?
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
do that.
So I'll
yeah.
get them done the way. So anyway, thank you very much for coming and joining us. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks everybody. As always, without you guys, it's not worth it. So I really do appreciate the continued support. Thanks to the guys who's bought the Makers t-shirts. Really do appreciate it. That's going to be great towards our charity this year. Hopefully, I was hoping to get the promo video up for the UK Dementia UK charity up by the end of the month, but I don't think I'm going to because some of the people are still in the process of making their donation parts. So I don't want to rush them because obviously want them the best they can. And obviously I know other people have got commitments that they can't always just jump straight onto them. So it may not be till the middle of next month, but we've got no rush. We're not auctioning off until the middle of October. So there's plenty of time yet. So as soon as I can get all the bits in and the pictures, then I will get the promo video done with all the makers of the donating. And I've also contacted a couple of other people to donate for raffle prizes. So hopefully we're going to have a similar sort of system as we had last year. But you will find out when I do the promo video. So anyway, guys,
Perfect.
thank you very much. Take care, and I will see you Friday. Have a great week. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Bye.
Bye
See
everybody.
you all later,
Bye.
guys.
Thanks
Bye.
for coming. Bye.
That's all, folks.